We zipped to profits again this week, making over 210 pips between my day trades and swing trades. I'll be the first to admit that making pips this week wasn't as easy as FOMC week last week, but we still made money thanks in large part to my more patient swing trades. Coming off a string of 8 positive weeks and 14 out of 15 winning weeks, I have a very precise method for making consistent profits. Of course, anyone can post a video talking about their past results, but if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I post trade calls real time and invite everyone to watch them play out with me. Also, every one of my trades for our BK Forex members are timestamped, so I can't exactly manipulate that. Now back to trading. Many of you know that I love to eat and cook, and a good trade is in many ways similar to a good meal. We need to have the right ingredients. There are 5 ingredients to a perfect trade: a good strategy, supportive fundamentals, market sentiment that is on our side, the right money management, and a trading goal. Now, we have a good strategy with ZIP. It's given us some great signals this week in Euro Yen, which was a very fast trade that hit profits very quickly on Thursday. Euro Aussie, which was an overnight trade that also hit profit targets fairly easily. Aussie CAD, which took its time and actually gave us a little bit of pain before it became a winner. And Euro Dollar, which was a nice trade that became a much bigger move once it broke down. Fundamentals is the most important ingredient, of course. Without it, the whole trade fails. We always want fundamentals on our side. We have to have fundamentals on our side in order for it to be a good trade. Market sentiment provides the momentum to our trades and helps them hit our targets. How stocks, bonds, yields, and commodities perform help guide us into the right positions. I can and I probably will do a whole video on money management, but when it comes to money management, there are 2 ways to make money: high accuracy or high profit. I personally prefer high accuracy because the risk is less and the drawdown is smaller, as you can see from my results. And if you happen to miss a trade, no big deal, because everyone has an equal chance of success. In other words, you won't miss the big winner that is needed to offset your losses because you were feeling sick, at work, on vacation, or whatever other reason. Last and certainly not least, having a trading target. Psychologically, that has been one of the most transformational aspects of trading for me. By having a weekly target of 100 pips, I do everything in my power to make and keep those pips. Having a goal to focus on allows me to build my profits slowly and steadily. And that's how in the past 14 weeks or 2.5 months, we've made over 1,500 pips with a weekly drawdown of under 94 pips. So now let's take a look at those trades. So we made 149 pips in our smooth 40 trades this week. And the difference between our smooth 40 trades and our Kathy trade signals is that the smooth 40 trades tend to be more patient, and they tend to be more smooth, and they tend to have less adjustments. So we started the week off on Sunday. And on Sunday, if you'll let me scroll upwards, you will see that we basically started the week off with a Euro Aussie trade. Euro Aussie laid that on, and actually that was a very fast trade that hit our profit targets, or pretty much came close to it. I took off a little early within 2 hours, an hour and a half to be exact. And then for the next day, on Monday night, I laid on a Euro Aussie trade, which I closed because I wasn't sure how it was working. Then I put on an Aussie CAD trade. We floated this trade overnight, and the next morning I woke up to profits, and we closed it for plus 30. At the time, I also added a Kiwi Yen Trade, and this shows you, just kind of the setups that we were looking for. And this is the Aussie CAD short trade that became a very nice one. And an Aussie Swiss trade. So Kiwi Yen did work out, but it took too long, and I actually ended up bailing on it. Euro Dollar, I also added a Euro Dollar short trade. This one we actually had for quite some time. CAD Swiss did not work out. Sometimes we have winners, sometimes we're losers. CAD Swiss did not work out. It was a false zip buy. But Euro Dollar took a little time, and eventually it closed it for plus 25, but it actually broke down and went all the way down to 1,600. Aussie yen, we got back into over here, and I sold it when the hue in the background for our zip trade turned red. It dropped below the indicator line. The hue turned red, giving me a sell signal. And then I closed that one, within 2 hours for almost the full profit target. So that's where we were left off on, what day was that? On Wednesday. And then on Wednesday night, we put on a EuroCAD trade, which was a really, really nice one. Quadruple zip, 1, 2, 3, 4 zip sell signals. So we had a quadruple zip sell signal. And as usual, I gave all of my fundamental reasons why. Woke up to profits, which is what I love to see. And then in the New York session, we sold Aussie yen, but then I felt like Euro yen was probably the better trade. So we then got into Euro yen, and Euro yen actually crashed lower, went all the way down to 129, below 129 actually during the North American session, hitting the profit targets. So in this channel here, we made 149 pips. In our day trades, we had made 70 pips. This was an older post when we only made 117 in smooth 40, but that is a total of more than 210 pips, 149 for smooth 40, 70 pips for Cathay trade signals. And this is how we trade every single day, every single week. And if you're interested in trading alongside me or learning more about Zip, please visit bkforex.com.